So today I'm going to be talking about physical manga versus digital manga, aka scanlations. Now, before I even get into this video, I just want to mention that they're both an amazing way to read and enjoy manga. So this video is going to be pretty much subjective and pretty much my opinions. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So pretty much when I was a kid, the internet was still very much developing as it is today. It's still developing every single day. But as I was a kid, it was not as developed as it is now. And it wasn't as accessible to go to all these manga sites and go to all these places and read your manga online. So when I was a kid, I only thought that I could read manga if I bought them at a store physically. And I think that might have had something to do with me enjoying physical manga so much. Now, like I said, I do enjoy both physical and digital manga, but I'm just going to get into some specifics as to what I enjoy and don't enjoy about each one. So pretty much physical manga, if I had to pick between the two to have forever, it would be physical manga. But I do believe that digital manga is still good simply because I cannot buy every single manga, so therefore that's where things like subscription services come into play, like Viz.com, and there's also others out there. So basically, for those of you who don't know, subscription services are basically services that you pay for monthly. So I believe I pay around $3 a month and I get unlimited access to all types of digital manga. Now, you don't have to buy subscriptions to be able to read manga. You also can buy them off of websites that sell physical manga. Usually they're going to have an option that says, do you want to buy the physical manga or do you want to buy the digital manga? And if you buy the digital manga, you pretty much are going to get a copy of that sent to your Kindle or whatever digital platform you choose to read it on. So either way, you're still going to have to pay it, but most of the time digital manga is definitely going to be cheaper because it's cheaper to make because they can just digitally copy. Like if you have a computer, you can easily right click on something, click copy, and boom, you have another copy. But as for physical manga, you have to physically create something from materials that you have to gather. So pretty much you're gonna have to get paper and ink and a lot of stuff that goes into making physical manga. So when it comes to the cost of physical versus digital manga, you are definitely 100% more than likely going to pay more for the physical manga 9 times out of 10. The thing about subscription services though is you have to pay monthly. So if one month you forget to pay it, you're not going to have that manga to read. You're not going to have any manga to read if you don't have any physical. So the thing about physical is once you buy it, you own it. No one can say, oh, you forgot to pay your monthly subscription bill, so you can't read it anymore. And it's just nice to have a personal library because I really believe in libraries because they're a source of pretty much conservation. That's a very good word to use for this. Pretty much if you have physical things, you can conserve it and preserve it. And that's why you see some collectors keeping them in cases and not even actually reading them. I personally don't do that. I definitely want to read my manga, but some people do. They want to preserve the art because in the future, in the far future, kids or the next generation might not have these things. It might be fully digital. We don't know what the future holds. So it's important to save these things from our present to show the future generations like, hey, like when we were younger, we had physical manga. I'm not saying they're definitely going to disappear. I'm just saying as a hypothetical situation. Now, the thing about physical manga is you don't necessarily have to preserve it. So some people are more caring of their items than other people. And I would say that I'm pretty caring of my items in general, everything, video games, manga, anime. Like I take very good care of my stuff, but some people aren't. You know, some people just throw it in their backpack and it gets crushed. Me personally, I feel really bad if I get a package of manga and like it's kind of dented in a way because sometimes the people who deliver your manga to you don't really know what's in the package, so they might manhandle it and not really handle it gently. So when you open it, it's kind of, you know, bent a little bit. But I mean, it's not really a big deal as long as you can read it. But I like my stuff to be in a pretty good condition for the most part. Now with digital manga, you really don't have to worry about that because it's going to be digitally and you can't really destroy something digitally that's through the internet. So you've probably already heard the saying, if it's on the internet, it's there forever. And that's pretty true with digital manga because once it's on the internet, everybody has access to it, let's be honest. even pirates and stuff like that. It's easy to pirate digital manga compared to physical manga, because if you try to pirate a physical manga, you're definitely gonna run into some problems. You're gonna have to buy paper, materials, all type of stuff. So the thing about scanlations is a lot of the times they're not official. And when you read stuff that's not official, you're not going to get the highest quality possible. So if you're getting a physical manga, you know 100% you're getting the highest quality possible. Now, if you do buy digital manga through a reputable source, like an official licensed party to give you that manga, then you have no problems to worry about. But some people pirate them and they're not getting the 100% best quality because people usually translate them themselves, so it's not the official translation, and some things are definitely probably lost in translation. That's not a good thing. I do not like whenever my manga is not translated in the official translation, because people online translate it. Yes, they may know the language, but they don't know what the intent is, or they might not know the personality. And just when you translate things, stuff is always going to get lost in translations. But at least I know if it's officially translated, they did the best quality and the best intent for that material. So yeah, in closing, if I had to choose between the two, I would definitely go with physical, because I like the collecting aspect of getting manga. It builds up on yourself and it looks really good. Like, it's really a very cool aesthetic to have if you have a full collection. And I just like collecting. Let's say a new volume comes out, you get the new volume and you add it to your collection, and you can always have that. You just pull a book off of your bookshelf and you get to read it anytime you want. And nothing's wrong with digital manga. I just have a preference for physical. But like I said, digital manga also has its advantages. For example, usually the digital version of a manga comes out far before the physical version. Like, you're almost always going to get a digital version of a manga before the physical version, because people in Japan could just pretty much scan their version of a manga and then upload it to the internet with correct translations. But if you want to get the physical version and you live in the West, they're going to have to print out a whole new manga, because it's going to have different text on it, if you get what I'm saying. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say on the subject. If you guys have anything to add, or pretty much if you guys want to tell me if you like physical or digital manga better, let me know in the comments below. Leave a like and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. But other than that, it's been your boy NeoXO, and I'm out.